For the fourth and final week on the paleo diet, it was crash and burn. Let me tell you how it all fell apart. Well, week 4 started like all the other weeks. We were committed, we had our veggies, our eggs and bacon for breakfast, that whole thing. But then some new developments took place. First of all, Mike weighed himself and he had lost 5 pounds. And let me just say, Michael is not someone that needs to be losing weight. He was also still struggling with constipation. Then I noticed my elimination started slowing down. And then the biggest thing was the flu hit our household. Griffin got it really bad and Mike and I got it somewhat. But Griffin, as soon as that flu took hold of him, all he wanted was carbs.
I feel like eating blood.
So how can you say no to that? I completely caved with him. I was giving him rice and pasta and just soft foods because he wasn't feeling well. He needed something to really settle his stomach. And frankly, Griffin is not a food person. I mean, throughout this whole experiment we've been doing, he just went with it. He doesn't really care that much about food. But I noticed towards the end, he started getting like bread and like more obsessive about it. I'm like, I don't want to set up like an eating disorder with this kid. Like, I just want him to be able to think food is food. You just eat it. It's fuel for our bodies and be done with it. So that was his story. With me, I woke up and I felt so nauseous one morning. I'm like, there's just no way I can eat meat today or vegetables. Even vegetables sound gross, even fruit. So I tried to like stick with the paleo diet, you know, and be the good soldier. I had like scrambled eggs and I did some applesauce I found in the cupboard. But at this point, we still hadn't done our grocery store run for the week. So we were down to like the bare minimum. I think we had turnips and some like lamb in the refrigerator. I'm like, I just can't do it. So I caved and I made popcorn, which wasn't even that good. Frankly, what I really wanted was saltines and ginger ale. You know when you feel that way? And as soon as Mike saw me kind of go there, he's like, screw it, I'm having a beer. And I think he had like toast with cheese or something. He just totally was like, I'm done. I'm letting this thing rip. So we went grocery shopping the next day and it looked a little something like this. Okay, here we go. We have eggs, some potatoes and oranges, lemons, broccoli. I love organic peppers. We got 2 packages of those. Lettuce, cucumbers, bananas, spaghetti squash. We got that Zevia again, Cavita, which I love. Lots of coconut milk, as you can see. Just a variety of different types of nuts. Organic frozen berries, some milk and kefir. Some bread, bananas, cheese, butter, some lamb and ground beef, carrots, tomatoes, my favorite Bubby's pickles, and then an assortment of fruit, mangoes, pears, avocado, kiwis, and pomegranates.
Yeah, so I actually did that grocery run, and I gotta say, it was with joy and glee that I bought that bread and milk and cheese. I was just done. I'm just totally done with the paleo diet. And I'd been looking forward to the end of it, to the end of the month for sure. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've learned some things, but I knew that I would go back to like oatmeal in the morning and some of the stuff that I just love and that I personally feel is good for my body, at least. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I did take away a couple of things from this experiment, though. And one was that I've just never had to diet before. I've never followed any strict food plan before. Mm-hmm. I now have a lot more empathy for people who do follow special diets or food plans because it's totally hard. I broke that diet with like anger, with a vengeance, where I had, as you mentioned, I had a beer, and then I had cheese and toast, and then I had ice cream and cereal and milk for my bedtime snack.
You went all out.
I did. But you, Genevieve, are going to keep some aspects of the paleo diet, huh?
Well, I don't know if I would say that, but I think I tried to stay true to it through the end of the month because I said I would, and I did give myself some grace when I was sick just because I had a hard time eating anything, and I'm nursing, and I'm like, I need to eat something. So I had some popcorn. I think I had some rice too. Yeah, I think for me, what I learned from the whole experience was like it was interesting to give it a try. And I felt like I ate that way or pretty similar. But after doing it, I'm like, wow, I really don't, that I do rely on whole grains more than I think, So I'm definitely going to go back to like adding back in quinoa and lentils and black beans. I mean, I like eating those things. I don't eat a ton of them. It's not like I'm someone that will sit down and have like red beans and rice and what I mean? I try to balance it with protein and vegetables and fruits and stuff, but I need it. I feel like it rounds things out. It's more balanced for my body.
We started out paleo, that's a beef dish on cauliflower, salmon, rutabaga, and a salad. But then we've got cheese toast, oatmeal with berries and milk, and the rest is history.
So there you have it, our experience on the paleo diet. And like I said earlier, I'm still going to incorporate many of the principles that I learned along the way, unlike Mike. But would love to hear from you. Have you ever tried a diet and then just fell off it, or crashed and burned, or stayed on it? Or share with me in your comments below. And thanks as always for tuning in.